I have an old 78 RPM, revolutions per minute, RPM record. This is from Columbia Records. It says grand prizes in Paris 1900, St. Louis 1904, Milan 1906. Roses remind me of someone. And it says the Columbia Gramophone Company and has patent dates on it. Some of the early records were bigger than this, maybe a 12-inch record, and they were recorded on only one side, whereas this has two sides. This is, I think it's a product called Bakelite. It's before plastic, and it was very fragile. Like if you dropped this, if I dropped it here, it would probably break it. And another disadvantage, other than breaking the record, was that the needle that came down here to produce the sound, it was all mechanical. It wasn't electronic. So if the record being used over and over and over again got it got scratched, and the sound reproduction was very poor. And then there was a horn, like a metal cylinder, and remember his master's voice on RCA, like the trademark. These the envelope that record came in is so deteriorated that I only have pieces left. And it shows you could buy a console, like a wooden console, phonograph player. When I was a kid in Narberth, we had one of those. You'd lift up a lid, and there would be a 78 player, and the arm would come across and produce the sound. The needle, it was like with writing with those ink pens with a nib. The needle would eventually get dull, and then the sound wouldn't be very good, and you'd have to replace the needle with a sharp needle. Well, as technology improved, we went to 45 revolutions per minute. They were small records. We had to trade in our old 78 players and get the 45 player. And then we went over to 33, and these were called long play records. And they were much better quality. They were made out of plastic, so it's flexible. If you dropped it, it didn't break. And this particular record, it came with a sleeve to help preserve it, so the tracks, if you scratched it, it wouldn't make a sound. But this is interesting because it is from 1964, and the Ardmore Junior High School Band Choir Orchestra, Ernie Schwartz, I believe, was the teacher at that time, and he produced his Ardmore Junior High School musical groups produced this record.